Shields being hustled by Liam Miller, and he gives it to Brian Garland. Duggan now, and he gives it back to Mountney. Mountney to Towell, Ross Gaynor closes him down, and Richie Towell has it once more. Or Ron and Finn side. Finn loses it, Ross Gaynor clears. Mountney wins it back up, and he gives it to Gannon. He's tripped by Carl Shepherd. Play is still happening. Mountney has it now. Hits it off Dan Murray, and he gives it to Liam Carney, the ex-Amdale United man. Gives it to Buildup Stephen. Gives it back to Garland. Garland's being closed down with Marcus Sullivan now, and he gives it back to Mountney. Mountney to Towell. Ross Gaynor closes him down, and Richard Towell has it once more. Rogers hits it along, looking for David McMillan, and a fair shoulder by Dan Murray sees McMillan holding his head on the ground, and Kevin O'Connor has it now. O'Connor, the ball's taken off him, getting the booze ring around Turner's Cross. Organ looks to find a man on the inside that's not there, and it goes out. Oh no, sorry, McMillan's still down. McMillan's still down, and the referee and our good old friend Richie stand by him, see what's going on, and see he gets into a shoot match with Dan Murray. And I thought it was a fair shoulder, but obviously McMillan didn't think so, and he went down holding his head, and it is a throw in to Cork City, which unfortunately from a Cork point of view have to go back to Dundalk. Beatty gives it to Andy Boyle, and play resumes. Boyle gives it to Darrell Horgan to McMillan, but he loses it to Liam Miller, and Miller gives it straight back to Dundalk, and Kevin O'Connor intercepts, and Steve Beatty gets on, and it is fouled by Andy Boyle, I want to say that is, or Dave Massey, apologies. And Liam Miller will take the resulting free kick just inside the Cork half.
Yep. I've just been updating the screen there. I didn't see any tackling so far, but obviously nothing happening so far in the game. We were a bit late. We had a bit of problem with the XBit software. Was just needed to update, and then that we got a bit caught up. So, but we're here. We're online. Any problems? Let us know. We'll be on TweetDeck tonight as well. So that should be all good. So yeah, that's everything you need to know. We're going to retweet that. There's definitely good. Check out Twitter. There should be what we just said in Russian.
That's brilliant. Anyway, Dundalk. Richie Towell takes a free kick just on the halfway line. Looks for young Horgan, I think. I can't really see properly. And is that Horgan? Beatty's gone down.
Beatty's gone down. I think it could be Horgan with him. I'm not sure. Gary Shaw.
Gary Shaw, is it?
Gary Shaw.
Cheers.
Oh, we also have returning Rebel Radio pundit Darren Crowley over here with us. Crawley. So we might be asking him at half time. We'll see how well the game goes. We might ask him for winning. So obviously this is our third last broadcast of the year. Hopefully we can't confirm absolutely yet as to the cup final, but hopefully we are expected to get accreditation for the cup final, so hopefully we'll be covering that. We will also be up next week in Dalymount Park, me and Dave covering Corks against Bohemians. The ball goes over the top there, that's for Carl Shepherd, but coming out quickly there is Guy Rogers and Colm. Both teams here, both clubs feeling like unusually strong teams for a game in which really means very little to either in context of the league, and with cup final coming up very soon.
Very surprised by that, actually. Very surprised that Stephen Kenny went with Richie Towell, considering the fact that there is absolutely nothing at stake for both teams. Maybe second place, but you know, Europe's Europe. As Mark McNulty hits it along now, and
that's alright. I have it.
Oh, do you have it?
Yeah, I have it.
Cool.
It's going up with Ronan Finn now, gives it back, and that's with McMillan. Oh, sorry, it was Finn to Millen. Ronan Finnan, who's down on the I don't know if that's a Freudian slip or what. The man who made the team sheet there. But anyway, ball's played in. That's for Kevin O'Connor coming up against Mountney. That was intercepted there by Chris Shields. The City have the ball back with Dan Murray. Plays the ball over the top. It's a good ball towards Liam Carney, who starts tonight. Carney gets around Brian Gartler, the man who scored an absolute hatful of goals for Dundalk this season and last season. He wins the ball. Good tackle, gives it to Mountney. Now on to Richie Towell. Richie Towell tries to play the ball through, but Dan Murray cuts it out well and has the ball. David far and away David's favourite player. Let's go back towards Mark McNulty. It's gone over the top. That's a good header there by Dundalkman. I think that was. I'm really not sure what Rose has there. Rose is all decked out in the gear and then has plastic jumps. I'm not sure really sure that's about. But anyway, he gets his name. He gets a name check in the radio anyway. So he's happy out. Ball goes into Towel. Gives it back to Mountney. Mountney now at the edge of the box. Plays it in. That's a good ball in. That's for a Towel to try and shoot. It goes way over the bar. That was Gannon that set up.
Out of the stadium
Onto the Curra Road. To a whole host of cheers from the home supporters.
The ex-Shamrock Rovers man, of course. And we are waiting for a new ball to be put in the pitch for McNulty to take resulting goal kick.
Oh, it's not Chris Shields, it's Dane Massey. I should really know Dane Massey at this stage. I've commentated on enough anyway.
He's an Irish international at this stage, isn't he?
Huh?
He's an Irish international at this stage, isn't he?
Almost. If you believe anybody in Dundalk. Mark McNulty clears that ball up towards the middle. That's for Mark O'Sullivan to win. Mark O'Sullivan, good to see him back in the starting line-up. His header is picked up by Massey and it goes back, and Shields will just play that, or Andy Boyle, will just play that pretty comfortably back to Gary Rogers. Definitely one of the standout players of the season, but pipped to him. It was between Nulty, him and Schlingerman, and funnily enough Schlingerman won it despite being the man who's conceded the most amount of goals in the League of Ireland so far this season.
Yeah, but I suppose when you have that defence in front of you.
Yeah, I know. It makes it difficult.
No offence to the Drogheda defence, by the way.
But you're not very good.
No.
Okay.
At least you trade.
Yeah, exactly, that's the main thing. So now it's gone on. This is with Brian Gartland now coming forward for Dundalk FC. The Lilywhites, but he gives the ball away, and now it's with Liam Carney. Carney trying to launch counter attack, plays the ball over to Carl Shepherd. Shepherd has it, but he has three white bodies around him, gets to the apex of the box, turns, he's looking for support, there's nobody there. Gainer's being pushed up, but he can't get there. Plays it now inside to Kevin O'Connor. O'Connor turning away from Darrell Horgan for Cork City player. Great ball there, and that's out towards Michael McSweeney, playing it right back. McSweeney puts the ball in, that's for the back post, that's for Marcus Sullivan to get a header, but Gary Rogers is out and confidently claims the ball. That's a good early catch there for Gary Rogers, who gives the goalkeeper plenty of confidence. Colm.
Richard Howell has it now anyway, and he gives it to Dane Massey.
So we'll be on Twitter anyway for the at or presenters, and also we'll be looking at the hashtag at hashtag CCFC84, which I'm sure you all know at this stage is the main Cork City hashtag, as the ball is played back towards Rogers again, who's very involved in the game these early moments. Gives a short to Gartland. We're going to get up that CCFC 84 now on our tweet feed, and Gartland now has it back again, plays it over the top. That's for David McMillan. McMillan wins it down, but his touch is heavy. Carney's in there to win. Carney doing a lot of good work there, dog work, as Michael McSweeney now has it, plays it back to Mark McNulty, goes on to Dan Murray. Murray now inside, that's towards John Dunleavy. Dunleavy back to Miller now. That just evades Michael McSweeney, who can't get to it. That's disappointing for Cork City, and Dundalk now have a throw in just kind of halfway inside the Cork City half on the far side here. The Derrynane end throws it in. That was Massey that threw it into Darrell Horgan. He's to get the ball back to Massey again, in towards Horgan again. Former Salt Hill Devon man again. That's a bad foul there. I think that was Michael McSweeney in the back of. I didn't see who that was there. It could have been was it Mountney?
Yeah, it was Mountney.
Could have been Mountney, yeah.
Out of all the clubs you could have chosen as Darrell Horgan's ex-club, you chose Salt Hill Devon.
Yeah, I know. Well, it was his first club, so
yeah.
I feel like we should just keep going from
just skip over those 2 years.
Put in now, it's going to be a cross put in by Darrell Horgan to the back post. It's a good call. Oh, that's 1-0 Dundalk. Is he offside? No, he's not. The ball was put in, and there was number 9, David McMillan, who was there at the back post to steer it in. It was bad defending there by Cork City. It was a long ball put in. It was a good flat cross, but it bounced in the box. That should never happen. And Dundalk have taken the lead. So we're less than 10 minutes into the game, and Dundalk lead 1-0. David McMillan with the goal. Colm, what do you make of that?
Yeah, it was very sloppy defending really by Cork City. Really should have done better. But I suppose it really has come back to bite me on my slagging about Dundalk in the recent Rebel radios. I don't know if you've heard. But yeah, anyway, 1-0 Dundalk.
Yeah, 1-0 Dundalk indeed. Pretty disappointing stuff. 9 minutes that goal has been timed out here in the press box. So 9 minutes in, and There's been a goal, there's also been plenty of action at United Park where Drogheda United lead Longford Town 1-0, or behind Longford Town 1-0. Joe Gorman sent off there in that game. And also plenty of goals, Derry City and Bohemians also 1-1. So we didn't get a single goal pretty much in the first half last week, apart from I think the odd one. But in this game we already have, in 10 minutes, we already have a good few goals around. So unfortunately, one of those coming to Dundalk. If you just joined us 10 minutes in, it is Dundalk 1, Cork City 0. David Quinn with that goal in 9 minutes, and Dundalk are back on the ball. It's with Brian Gartland. He plays it in now to Chris Shields. Shields now coming forward, tries to play it to Horgan. That's good work there from McSweeney. He wins it, gives it to O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan back to Kearney. Now Kearney being tracked by Shields, gives it out to Shepherd. But in there quickly to win that is Sean Gannon. Now he's coming forward, and that's a lovely ball there by Richie Towell into the path of Gannon. Gannon in plenty of space now as Ross Gaynor coming up against him. Crosses it in, hits off Dan Murray and deflects out for Dundalk corner. And City aren't starting very well here.
No, they haven't. Well, to be fair, they have tested Gary Rogers quite a bit, but there was no one there to,
no one there ready to get a knock on it. Yeah, another red card here. Drogheda United having Philly Gorman sent off for them. Already. I thought that was another.
No.
Joe Gorman. Okay, well, Philly Gorman, not Joe Gorman. Whoever said Joe Gorman, I don't know. Oh, yeah, it's a could be a mistake by extra time on purpose trying to put people off. I don't know.
He might have a brother named Joe.
Maybe. Ball coming in now to the back post. That's headed up in the air by Michael McSweeney, and Mark McNulty's underneath that. He does collect it. Can he keep it in play? No, he can't. It will be a Dundalk corner. He's not happy with that, McNulty.
I'm not happy with that. That didn't look like a corner at all.
So it will be another corner for the far side here, and Darrell Horgan to take again, the man that put in the free kick in which the Lilywhites opened the scoring in tonight's game.
You have to feel sorry from taking a corner inside with the corner boys there.
Yeah,
well, you don't really.
It's never nice, but particularly when you are Darrell Horgan.
Yeah.
Horgan now to put this one in. I'm just going to update that score to make it 1-0. He puts it into the back post, headed away, but not a proper header. Going straight, and it's out with Rich Town at the edge of the box. Back with Shields to hit it, and that's a good strike there by Shields, but over the bar.
If I'm not mistaken, Chris Shields is the only member of the Dundalk team not to score this season.
Well, don't say that, please. If you can at all not mention
it's too late, really.
Yeah. Okay. Well. Yeah. Well. There you go. Let's hope he doesn't score an 98 chance there, blasted over the bar. But again, terrible defending from set pieces from Cork City. We know that Dundalk are particularly good at set pieces, but City haven't covered themselves in glory in the last couple of meetings with the Lilywhites when it comes to balls in, and another disappointing one there. But anyway, there goes on. That's well won there by Ronan Finn. Well, the ball goes back there to Chris Shields, and Shields gives it back with captain Andy Boyle. Boyle now gives it out left to Dane Massey. Massey coming forward, tries to jink in and out. One there by Beattie, but going to give it straight back to Massey. It's now back with Chris Shields. Shields forces a slip from Kearney. He's being chased by Mark O'Sullivan. That's a late tackle there from Mark O'Sullivan. Just trips over Shields, and he pretty acknowledges himself the mistake.
I'm very surprised that, listening to John Caulfield during the week, that any of those Mark McNulty, Mark O'Sullivan, Liam Miller, there was a lot of players he said were doubtful.
Yeah, doubtful. I kind of, and that's what I said. I kind of thought that the doubtful would be an excuse for him not to play it, to kind of not make it seem like we weren't playing players because it was Dundalk. And kind of not to make it seem like we weren't showing our full hand. So yeah, I'm quite surprised that he's put a lot of players. Maybe he just thinks that these players need an opportunity to try and get, finally get that win that they desperately need. Maybe he thought that Stephen Kenny might play a reduced side, and there'd be a good chance for City to get a kind of a huge psychological boost. I don't know, but it's backfired so far anyway. It is 1-0 Dundalk, and it is Ross Gaynor with the throw in here in this near hand side. Gaynor now throws it right in front of John Caulfield, goes into Mark O'Sullivan, who does get ahead in it. Carl Shepherd's onto it, but it's just tentative from Carl Shepherd. Pulls out of it, and Dundalk win the ball back. It's with Richie Towell. Richie Towell now outright to Sean Gannon. He has to take 2 touches to keep it in. His ball in towards McMillan is just a bit of miscommunication there, and it goes on with Cork City. It's with Michael McSweeney now plays the ball over the top, but it's not really a flat ball. It's quite easy, and it'll go out for a Dundalk throw in on the far hand side. Michael's rushing over there to put in a good impression on his last home game of the season as ball boy.
Throws he wants to be signed up with the under-17s, if I'm not mistaken.
Who hasn't been signed up? I wasn't. But it's throwing out, and it is with Dane Massey.
I'm 19 and I want to be signed up by the under-17s.
Oh, maybe you should.
Yeah.
Send them an email. It goes on now. It's cleared there by Massey into the path to Gross Gaynor. Gaynor takes it down. It's a good touch into Liam Miller. Miller now onto Carl Shepherd. Gives it back to Miller, but the ball is poor and Darrell Horgan's there to clear. He puts it into McMillan, who gives it on here to John Mountney. Mountney now coming forward. Really has Richie Tow looking forward. Cuts inside instead, and he's grappling with Gross Gaynor, and he goes down. It's a free kick, and I'm really not too sure about that refereeing decision by Paul Tewitt. Looked like two guys kind of going for it, and it looked like just Mountney was out-muscled by Gaynor.
I'm not sure about a lot of Paul Tewitt's decisions this early on, to be honest with you. That's my opinion.
That's your opinion, yeah. Not those of Cork City. As you can see, Finn Harps leading UCD 1-0 in their promotion playoff game. So Dave Kent is actually commentating on that game too, on Ustream. So
is it the Rebel Radio Ustream?
No, it's his own Ustream. I'm sure you can find him at Kento CCFC. I think it's Kento CCFC. Kento CCFC on Twitter, and you'll probably have a link to it. You can see the scores anyway in front of you. Just remember, if you're listening to us and you're not watching the screen, then we do have all of the scores popping up on the screen ahead of you. Our match centre idea, as it's Massey and Towell to step over it. It's coming up. It's going to be Massey left-footed, but way over the bar. And take your points and the goals will come.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Actually, just thinking about the last game here in Turner's Cross between these two sides. I was having a look in the old Dundalk preview there on their own website, and I'm in the picture.
Are you?
Yeah.
That's lovely.
I'm quite disappointed.
Oh well. Are you disappointed in the picture, or disappointed in the fact you're on?
A lot of reasons.
Okay.
I'm disappointed at the result that night.
Just generally disappointed.
Just generally disappointed.
Yeah.
I had a bad day in college too, so maybe that was it.
Ball's been over the top, and that looked like it was going to go over the head of Brian Gartland, but he managed to recover the situation. Now it's in towards Shields, who's getting a shout there from Darrell Horgan. It's now with John Mountney. Mountney back to Sean Gannon. Puts the ball over the top there. That's for David McMillan to run onto. I keep thinking McMillan is 10 and Ronan Finn is running. But it will be cleared out. It will be a Dundalk throw in quite deep in the Cork City half, and it's with Sean Gannon. So Gannon will take the throw here. He has a few options. I think he's going to give it to McMillan, who's making a run there with over Liam Miller. He does. McMillan now gives it back, and it's in to Finn. Finn now back to Gannon. Gannon getting to the byline, crossing it in, and that was Darrell Horgan with it, and it will go for a goal kick.
Imagine if he scored.
Yeah, it would have been a great goal. It would have been like
No, just.
Oh, just generally.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. I know. We wouldn't have been happy. You just said.
Well, I think the Commandos and the Corner Boys would have been a lot angrier than we would have been, or we would have shown.
Oh, we would have shown. Yeah, that's the main thing. Ball over the top there for McNulty from the goal kick on Marcus Sullivan, doing really well to win it. Nothing coming from referee Paul Tewitt. The game goes on. It's with Stephen Beattie now. Beattie now back to Carl Shepherd, who gets a touch there, putting it through the legs of Mountney, but no free kick given. It's now down to Ross Gaynor, who gives it back to John Dunleavy, starting this game in the centre of defence. Dunleavy now comes forward with it. He's being tracked by
Richard
Towell, but gives the ball outright to Michael McSweeney, and Darrell Horgan is there to make the tackle. It's McSweeney now with the throw-in. Sorry, go on.
No, I was going to make some nonsense. Go on.
Okay, well, it's throwing in, yeah. Michael McSweeney. McSweeney now is looking for a few men. He gives the ball in. I think that's what Beattie, but Beattie is robbed by Chris Shields. It'll go back out, and Moses is on now on the far side. Moses has gone all the way over.
Moses isn't even watching the game.
Of the Darien, and you can hear the response that he's gotten from the Dundalk fans.
He's Moses.
Yeah, Moses is just a law, like. Yeah, it's just Moses. Like, you just can't say anything else, you know. It's Moses.
He's dressed as Elvis as well. Well, I know you can't see it because you're listening, but Moses is dressed as Elvis. It is.
Yeah, he's dressed as Elvis. I think so. Is he? Elvis never wore a big gold shiny suit.
Elvis never wore a big gold shiny suit.
I think it looks like. I think basically looks like he's just turned up. He was supposed to be at a stag and he's found the wrong place. I know he's just turned up with it, but no.
But it's Moses, so you know.
Yeah,
he has.
So you know he's there. Richie Dowell anyway. Oh, brilliant tackle there by John Dunleavy to rob the the nominee of PFA Player of the Year, as Marcus Sullivan offside. Great tackle there by John Dunleavy. Wasn't standing for any of
that.
Yeah, the Photoshop picture. Yeah,
it's awful.
I know. Yeah, it's a Dundalk. You can find that online. Richie Towell's chest has been definitely photoshopped to be way bigger than it actually is.
Do your own research.
Liam Miller now put the ball through, but can't get to Carl Shepherd, who looks a bit frustrated with it. He's having a bit of a frustrating start to the evening. Is the former Shamrock Rovers man. And Dundalk will restart again. This is with Brian Gartland playing the ball into Ronan Finn, who's dropped very deep.
I was just going to say, actually, is it alright if I call Richard Towell Richard?
If you want to call Richie Towell Richard, then please do, but please
name.
do not call him Richie Towell. That's just
No, God no.
Ball over the top there for Stephen Beattie, and now Beattie kicks it in first time. And Kevin O'Connor was there lurking, but Andy Boyle with a good clearance and plays out for a Cork City throw, and that's the first really kind of dangerous. I mean, I know that Gary Rogers had an earlier collection, but that's the first real kind of chance where you kind of thought maybe there's a half a chance there for Cork City.
Yeah,
and
they will. Maybe not the right man in the box to be there. Well, no offence to Kevin O'Connor, but he hasn't got many goals this season.
No, he's stuck a few though. He would have finished that.
He would have, but he's defender.
Midfielder. Anyway, ball in towards Liam Carney, first time touch. That was an interesting effort there from Carney. Fell onto his right foot and he tried to hit it off the first time, but never could really get the power on it. And Gary Rogers collects, but bright start anyway. A shot and target for Cork City, and things a bit better.
Yeah.
With Brian Gartland now coming forward, and being tracked by Mark O'Sullivan, two veterans of the football world.
Watching now after me saying that Kevin O'Connor will score an absolute.
I really hope so. I really hope so. I think that's Andy Boyle now coming forward and plays in towards Darrell Horgan. Darrell Horgan twists and turns away from Michael McSweeney. Gives it inside. That was Ronan Finn, I think, on it. Oh no, it was McMillan. It was McMillan, yeah. And now it's with Brian Gartland. Gartland now comes forward and into the City half, plays it in to McMillan. McMillan coming away, leaves it to Ronan Finn. Now Ronan Finn coming forward, and he's coming up against John Dunleavy. John Dunleavy with a good tackle again, but he can't seem to get enough, and it just nudges him out of the way. And Mark McNulty is there to collect. That's good defensive work there by John Dunleavy, who's had a good start to the game.
He has indeed. Brilliant challenge there, and Richard earlier on, but fair play to him.
So we're 23 minutes into tonight's game here, SSE Electricity penultimate league game, the last home game of the season here at Turner's Cross. It is Dundalk who lead 1-0 through that goal by David McMillan on the 9th minute. He's not that kind of player.
Yeah, he just kicks fellas in the face.
He just kicks people in the face. Yeah. That is the opinions of us and not Cork City FC.
Yeah, that's definitely my opinion.
It's not really an opinion. It was caught on video that he did actually kick him in the face. So anyway.
But he wasn't there at the stage. He was visiting sick children in the hospital at the time, I believe.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's amazing. I heard he was in the ambulance going to Tyrone. Anyway. So Mark McNulty plays that up forward for Mark O'Sullivan to get a hand into it, and he does. Mark O'Sullivan, good work there by O'Sullivan. Cleared away there by Andy Boyle, but headed back in towards O'Sullivan again, who gets the better of Dundalk players. He's just giving him a good rattling here, is Mark, making sure they'll know on November the 8th that he's going to be there and his elbows are going to be in attendance. So it will be a goal kick here for Dundalk, and it is Gary Rogers. Sorry, Colm.
If anyone let him know that he was there, Richard let Liam Miller know he was there. Anyway.
Certainly, that was definitely
a red card, and that's my opinion.
Oh well,
I don't. Me on that.
Okay, we will. Coach happy.
Yeah.
I don't think it was a red card. Oh, ball over the top there for. It was just close. Sorry, that wasn't great commentating, but a ball over the top there for Carl Shepherd. And Shepherd, had he gotten a toe onto it, he might have been able to just poke it past Rogers, but it just went too far. And now Dundalk are countering quickly. That's a good through ball there by Massey towards McMillan, but Dan Murray using all of his years' experience there to get in between the man and the ball and win it. Liam Carney, can't believe that. Chris Shields, a man who is like 6'4" and built like a truck, going down under the tackle of what is possibly the smallest player in the League of Ireland. Oh, it was Beats. I thought it was Liam Carney. Okay.
Well, it was. He was eating some beetroot at the time. It's
with Ronan Finn. Now he's shaping up shooting. He's going to give it to Towell. Towell at the edge of the box shot, and that's 2-0. And you can slag him all he wants. You can slag him all he wants. But he scores goals, and it is 2-0 now to Dundalk. And once again, Cork City are unravelling against the SSE Electricity League champions. This is just so disappointing.
I can't have that. Like, he ran to that side. Sorry, what's the stand called?
The Donny Ford end.
Donny Ford stand and kiss the Dundalk badge. Would you not run over there?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm sorry.
I don't know. He's not the kind of player though. He's not the kind of guy.
Yeah. He didn't actually score that goal. He was visiting sick children in the hospital at the time.
But yeah, this is pretty disappointing. What can you say? Every time we do this commentary and every time we hope for a decent result, apart from the game that we did up in Oriel, once again it's unravelling. I mean, we are 26 minutes into tonight's game, and it is already 2-0 Dundalk, and they just look different. They just take their chances. That one, if you're listening, but really, it's like me and Dave that time we lost 4-0. You've just kind of find the humour where it is, because it's just so disappointing what's happening on the pitch. You just try and find the humour where you can. It's now with Brian Gartland, and he spreads the ball across there for Andy Boyle. Boyle now plays it into Darrell Horgan. Darrell Horgan has Dave Massey out left. Plays inside instead to Ronan Finn, who's down as Ronan Finnan on the team sheet tonight. It's with John Mountney, first time in towards Richie. This is a lovely one-touch football in back towards John Mountney, first time in towards Darrell Horgan. He tries to touch it back to who he thought would be there, which would be Rich Towe, but he wasn't. But that was a beautiful one-touch football there by the Lilywhites. City come away with it though. It's Liam Miller, great ball there by Liam Miller, spreading the play out right towards Michael McSweeney. Now he's a chance to run at Dane Massey. He does have David McMillan with him. Gets out the right hand side. It's coming up against. It's a good tackle there by Massey, and he wins the ball apparently. So the linesman on that far hand side, who I think is Robert Clark, puts up his flag, and it is a Dundalk throw taken quick in towards Darrell Horgan. He plays the ball back, and Brian Gartland had to be alert there to clear that. Oh, no, it wasn't Brian Gartland, sorry, it was Andy Boyle had to be clear to because he had Marcus Sullivan on his shoulder. But anyway, he kicks it out, and it will be a Cork City throw in, and it's with Ross Gaynor now on this left hand side. Gaynor back inside to John Dunleavy. City coming forward, they're 2-0 down in pretty disappointing circumstances, but yeah, ball over the top there for Carl Shepherd. Now he's in the channel. Shepherd, can he get to the ball before it goes out? Yes, he does. Plays it there. 2-1. Marco Sullivan with the goal, and there's still a chance there. That was the ball over the top there by Ross Gaynor to Carl Shepherd. Shepherd was running onto it. It got to the byline, and first time across it there was Marco Sullivan nipping in ahead of Brian Gartland to get the touch. And it is 2-1 Cork City, and looking a bit brighter now.
Absolutely beautiful by Marco Sullivan. Great cross into the box, and who else but Sully Bear to tap it home. 2-1.
Yeah, Sully's a man who's always been extremely reliable for Cork City, and now it is 2-1. Red FM literally just tweeted saying the PA says 2-1. I wish it was, and now it is. So Marco Sullivan getting one for City as we get towards the half-hour mark here at Turner's Cross tonight. But Dundalk are back quickly trying to restore that 2-goal advantage with Darrell Horgan now. Horgan now being shoved off the ball there by Liam Carney, to the cheers of the home crowd. Obviously, Horgan has history here at Cork City. Was a player on Lee side for 2 years, won the first division with City, played in a League Cup final as well, and then went off to Dundalk under Stephen Kenny, where he's won an awful lot. But it's played now forward towards John Levy. Hasn't won an FAI Cup, and let's hope it stays that way.
Yeah, I was just going to say, and he's not going to either.
So 2-1 here at Turner's Cross. Marcus Sullivan getting a ball back, and a little bit of a pick up of atmosphere here as Chris Shields come forward, and now being tracked here by Liam Miller. Plays it on towards John Mountney. Mountney cuts inside, but plays it off Miller, and it will be a Dundalk throw-in. Dundalk now to throw it with Sean Gannon. Gannon now throws it into Shields. Shields turns away, takes a touch, plays it back there. That's for Andy Boyle. Andy Boyle now plays it out left. That's for Dane Massey. Massey has Horgan inside him. He plays it inside, but he doesn't play it inside to Horgan. Instead gives it straight to a City man, and now Liam Carney's breaking on this right hand side. The man has had a pretty good game so far tonight, Liam Carney. And City, it'll be disappointing because apart from the fact that Richie Towe was left totally unmarked at the edge of the box to strike in that second goal, and apart from the fact that first goal was very terrible, it was badly defended from a free kick. City actually have not been too bad in tonight's game. There hasn't been too much between the teams. Ball played over the top, Gartland gets ahead in it, and straight back to Mountney. But there is just that little bit of class lacking up front for the Rebel Army. But they did manage to get that goal back with Marcus Sullivan. They're breaking here now, are Dundalk with Richard Towell. He gets caught late by Stephen Beattie, and Beattie will now be in the referee's book as well. So he's walking away from it.
Down visiting sick children in hospital.
Well, I wish that, like
I wish he was
this is just my opinion. But if Stephen Beattie's going to get booked for a tackle on Richie Towell and he's not playing in the cup final, you might as well half him. Yeah. Because you might as well put him out for the cup final. If you're going to be cynical like that, you might as well,
In for a penny, in for a pound.
In for a penny, in for a pound. John McCarthy asking how many Dundalk fans are down. He said 100. No, there's definitely more than 100. Dundalk fans travelling in a fantastic number. I'd say maybe close to a couple, maybe 300-400, because they are packed into that side on the St. Anne's end. Expect to see a photo up very soon.
Let's hope they don't pull the steel out of the ground like they did last time. But again, that's my own opinion.
Let's not go there.
No.
Please. Darrell Horgan now with a free kick in it towards back post again. It's been cleared better this time though. There was a Dundalk man on it and Mark McNulty is there to collect. So it is a 2-1 here to Dundalk, and this a bad touch there by Mark McSweeney, and Dundalk have the ball back, but Don Dunleavy's there to clear. But yeah, 2-1 here in this SC Electricity League Premier Division clash. Now it's with Stephen Beattie. Beattie gives it out left towards Carl Shepherd. Plays it back to Gainer, who plays a first time ball over the top. It's headed away there by Richie Towell, showing that he can be a defensive presence as well.
Yeah, with his big chest.
Plays it away. Alright, give it a rest. Now it's with John Dunleavy. Dunleavy now outright to Michael McSweeney. McSweeney plays it on to Carney. Carney comes back with it. Tracking back, gives it back to John Dunleavy. Dunleavy inside to Miller. Miller being tracked there by Chris Shields. Almost wins it, but just gets the ball away. And Miller now again giving it back. I was playing a 1-2 with Dan Murray. But Dan Murray telling Mark McNulty to stay away from it. Kicks on himself and now gives it out left to Ross Gaynor. Gaynor now down the left-hand channel to Kevin O'Connor, who's on halfway there, being tracked by a Dundalk man. That is Ronan Finn, and he's hanging out of him. And surely a free kick, yes, eventually given. So it'll be taken there by Ross Gaynor. Gaynor now. Gaynor's looking. Rich Towell saying something. Using very terrible language anyway. Sort of role model, is that?
I certainly hope.
Huh? That's a poor free kick from Ross Gaynor. Totally shanks that one, and it's one back there by Dundalk. It's with John Mountney. Mountney now, good ball over the top. That's better. That's for Dave McMillan. McMillan has a sea of green bodies around him, but he manages to find some space for himself, and he will find John Mountney on the right hand side. Mountney now gives it back. This is for Finn, who's joined the action. Finn now in towards Darrell Horgan. Darrell Horgan being tackled. It's fallen for Mountney for a first time shot. Oh, and a brilliant save! Fantastic save there by Mark McNulty. It was a curling shot by John Mountney, and it was destined. It was almost like Towell's one earlier, but a little further out from goal, and a brilliant save by the top hand there by Mark McNulty to keep the score 2-1.
Yeah, very much so. I think he feels a bit let down that he wasn't in the team of the year, so that's his way of making up for it. Yeah,
it's definitely a statement of intent there, and if he can do that again in the cup final, we'd be very happy for it.
Except if we're 2-1 down.
Yeah, well, it will be a corner here. It's with Darrell Horgan. Horgan plays it short for Massey. Massey now crosses it in, front post, cleared away there by Ross Gaynor. Poor cross really by Massey, but the ball goes back here for Chris Shields. He finds Massey there in the acres of spacing. That's Massey crossed in, and it's a header. And that was a good chance there by David McMillan on the near post. Was that? Was it?
Yeah,
I don't know. Oh, it was McMillan with the header. I'm not sure who it was with the cross. I think it could have been Sean It was Mountney. Yeah, it was actually Mountney. Correct. With the cross in, and it was McMillan unmarked at the front post, but couldn't direct it towards goal. And that was a let off there for Cork City.
Very much so.
Or you can tweet us in at or presenters, and also we'll be keeping an eye on the old hashtag CCFC84. Wes Cathy said, well, this one doesn't really matter. Hashtag only the Aviva matter as well. I think it will be a huge psychological advantage for Cork City if they could get a win, as Liam Carney ducks his head down, and high foot there for
he doesn't really need to duck his head down, does he?
No, he doesn't.
Especially when it's at that height. What is he, 5? I saw actually, when I was doing a bit of research for this game, that Liam Miller is 5'7" apparently.
5'7". Wow.
He doesn't look it.
No, he doesn't. He looks much smaller than it.
Liam Miller.
Or sorry, Liam Miller. Sorry, I thought you meant Liam Carney.
No.
Ball played in, and that's towards the back post. Good header on that was I don't know who that was. Kevin O'Connor, I think.
Yeah.
The ball bounces back anyway. It's with Carney, who wisely stays out of the aerial battle. Gives it back to John Dunleavy. Dunleavy now out to Carney, being tracked by Mountney. Ball there by Carney, and forces Ross Gaynor to win it. That's a late tackle again by Richie Towell, who's already on a yellow. And John Caulfield's absolutely apoplectic. Towell saying something to Caulfield. I think Gaynor would be doing well just to stand on his toes, try and get a reaction out of him, because he looks a bit unhappy with it.
Richard or Ross?
Richard.
Yeah. Let's call him by his christening name.
Okay. It's with Ross Gaynor now, but that's a late tackle from Towell, and he could be off for another bad tackle. It's in for Carney now, knocks it up to himself, and then crosses it in, but it's hit off Brian Gartland, and it goes out for a Cork City corner on this near side. City trying to get the equaliser. I
was just thinking, if someone does get sent off tonight, will the 3-match ban include the cup final?
I really hope so. I think so. I think a domestic ban just that's what I was saying. I was wondering if you could just slide somebody down and would you be out for the cup final, but I do think match bans apply to the cup, so I think but would a with a red card for 2 bookings only counts as a game ban, doesn't it? It doesn't.
Yeah, but you can get a yellow card and then you can still get a straight red.
Oh well, I know that. Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Put in now by Dunleavy. That's towards the back post. That's from Dan Murray to get a head on it. Does get a head. Looking for a handball. And he's calling for it off Chewett. Chewett isn't giving it. And there's been a lot of 50-50 stuff that's gone against the Rebel Army tonight. And that's another one of those calls as it goes out for a Cork City corner. Michael not being tricked by Dundalk's time wasting tactics. And
he's having none of it.
Having none of it. So it will be a corner on the far side with Ross Gaynor to put this in. Left footed in swinging. Former Sligo man puts it in. That's for the back post again. It is Dan Murray underneath again. Oh yeah! And it actually fell to Carl Shepherd in the end. And Shepherd gets it in from the close post. And Dundalk are happy and all. It's 2-all.
Brilliant from Carl Shepherd. That's his 3rd goal in 3 weeks. And he proves why he should be starting the cup final. Did he score against Pats?
He didn't, I don't think.
So that's 3 and 4.
And Danny Marcy.
3 and 4.
So wow, what a first half we've had here. City going 2-0 down, now it's 2-all. It looked for all the world as if that ball was going to carry on to the head of Dan Murray, and he was shaping up for it, and all of a sudden it just dropped out of the sky, and underneath it was Carl Shepherd to head home. Shepherd does do back headers at the back.
There's a bit of a scuffle going on down here between John Caulfield and this fella.
Some Dundalk fan who's getting stuck in, and now Billy Woods is getting stuck into him, and
John Cotter and Mick Ring. What's Mick Ring doing?
I don't know. Mick Ring isn't happy. Mick Ring is making sure that Billy Woods doesn't get suspended for the cup final.
Mick Ring could arrest him.
Absolutely should. Anyway, it's on and the game goes on. Plenty of drama here. We've had drama at Richie Town, we've had drama on the bench. We've had 4 goals. We've had what could have been what Colm thinks is a red card.
What is a red card?
Oh, we've had loads of
I don't think it's a red card. I know it's a red card.
Well, if you think that this game has been lacking, if you think this game would have lacked intensity because of the cup final coming up, you would be sorely wrong.
I did say in my extra time preview that I did think this game was going to finish 0-0. How more wrong could
you be? Yeah. 4 goals in the first half, and we're not done yet as it's with Sean Gannon. Sean Gannon now plays off a Cork City foot, and it goes out for a Dundalk throw-in. So we'll be and John Carter just drops the ball in front of Sean Gannon. I love that. Anyway, you can definitely see between these two clubs like
there is a rivalry.
There's definitely a rivalry now. You know, like you see guys who are playing, you know, they're playing in big games against each other all the time. It's a bit like Arsenal United, but back in the day, you know, where there's 2 of them rivaling each other, and you just see guys who play against each other all the time. They're getting stuck into each other.
I want to apologise to you as well by just going, oi!
That's alright, I didn't even know what was going on.
I brought your attention to it, but
exactly.
it wasn't in the right manner.
Anyway,
I'm not that kind of person.
Not that kind of guy. When was the last time you went to a hospital visiting children, huh? Well, it will be a free kick towards for Dundalk. It was a foul indeed by Kevin O'Connor on Darrell Horgan. It will be Horgan to put the ball in, and this is in a similar position where Dundalk scored their first. So let's just hope that the same thing doesn't happen for the second. So it will be Darrell Horgan to take this free kick in swinging right foot from the far hand side, and the Commandos are going mental, but they just can't get enough.
Neither can I. This is great.
It's going to be put in. I have a kind of a frame in front of me, but he puts it in, and Chewett now decides that he wants to be taken again.
Didn't blow the whistle there, my friend.
But you know, you don't need the whistle to be blown to take a free kick.
Yeah, but
like it doesn't need to be taken on the whistle. It's like, yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you, and this may be a bit of a diverse opinion in Dundalk. Certainly not God. I don't like him.
Fair enough. That's fair enough. Darrell Horgan now putting it in. Oh, that's into the middle of the box, and it's a header, and that bounced off a City head in the end, I think. But
Dane
Massey with the header, and it just went over. But I think Dane Massey actually headed it off the head of City Fair, and then it deflected over.
Yeah, but that proves why you should be playing for Ireland, really.
Just like every single one. Like, can you please comment on it not feeling like I dig at somebody, like being serious, because we're going to get shit.
I'll try my best.
Okay, because we're just going to get shit for it.
But you know, it's just my natural instinct.
Those balls played over the top, and that's headed away by Andy Boyle.
Oh no!
And that's a good win there by Darrell Horgan. He's coming forward, and now he's coming up against John O'Leary. Cuts inside with a shot. First time shot deflected only. To be deflected away by Nults, but Kevin O'Connor is there to clear away. That's good play by City in the end. It was good work there by Darrell Horgan. It shows how dangerous he is, but City survive, and it will be a throw in now to the Lilywhites. They'll be trying to restore their advantage, which they had for the first half. It's with Mountney now, I think. No, it's actually Ronan Finn with it. Finn now plays it out left, and that's for number 14 Esday. Massey plays it in for Dave McMillan, goal scorer of tonight's first goal. Cuts inside, gives it inside to Darrell Horgan, who's playing in the middle now at the moment. Gives it out to Chris Shields out left. Stephen Beattie wins that. He's not happy at all. He thinks it should have been a Cork City throw-in, but it comes out for Dundalk. John McCarthy says we might get pipped for a second as Rovers winning, and Bose. Ball's going in. That's cleared away there by Dan Murray. And Ross Gaynor takes that down, but it's a heavy touch, and he almost gets robbed of it, but he can manage to give it to Shepherd, who good ball inside to Gaynor. Is very good. Releases Gaynor away. Now he gets caught. He gets tackled by Shields, but he manages to win the ball back. Gives it back to Liam Miller, who just kind of calms down the whole situation. Gives it back to Dan Murray. Dan Murray now plays the ball over the top, but it's only straight to Gannon there, and he goes inside the Shields, and it will be a Dundalk ball once again. But John McCarthy just tweeted in saying we might get pipped for second as Rovers winning, and Bose might get fourth if they beat us. Pats are drawing 2, so it's hashtag squeaky bum time. But I still think there's plenty of fight left in Limerick, so I wouldn't think that's over yet.
And he's getting very aggressive. I don't like that.
So it'll be a free kick here. Paul Chewett just calling over Stephen Beattie. I don't know, he just wants to be taken back. Okay, so we will go on. It will be Dundalk free kick, and now it's with Ronan Finn. Finn now gives it inside to Richard Towell. Towell now gives it on to Mountney, gives it out right to Sean Gannon, but that ball is poor. And I think Caulfield, either he wants to slow it down, I'm not sure. No, gives it back to Ross Gaynor.
He's played for both sides of Lilywhites, of course.
Ross Gaynor?
Yeah, Drogheda on loan from, I forget who it was, and obviously Dundalk.
Very interesting. Well, he comes from Louth.
I'll consult me
notes.
notes.
Ross Gaynor.
Hold on.
Ball's now thrown over the top, cleared away there by Brian Gartland. It was McMillan who got the head on ahead of Dan Murray, but John Dunleavy just came back there to sweep, got the ball back, and gives it on to Michael McSweeney.
The one player I forgot to put in the notes. I want to consult the notes for.
It's with Dan Murray now coming forward with it. He's spotting the run of Carl Shepherd, plays it over the top, and this led to City's first goal. Shepherd now on right in the corner, coming up against Massey. Oh no, it wasn't Massey, sorry. Coming up against Sean Gannon, puts the ball in, but it rolls into the hands of Guy Rogers, who collects well with Mark O'Sullivan lurking. So we're getting towards half time here. We're not far off, maybe a minute or so to go until until we get to additional time at least. And it is Cork City 2, Dundalk 2. Dundalk hit the lead early with 2 goals. First coming from David Millen, and the second coming from Richard Towell. But City, through Mark O'Sullivan and Carl Shepherd, have taken back the advantage, and looks evenly poised for the second half. We'll talk a bit at half time about the game so far, but Dundalk are on the attack here, and it is with Towell, or Massey, who goes down as if he's been shot in the ankle. Jewett calling over John Dunleavy.
Would you stop talking about Dundalk players? As if it's...
That's not the same thing though.
It's not at all. Apologise if you're looking for a bit of professionalism here.
Yeah, really, yeah.
Oh well.
Andrew Conneen tweeting saying Limerick chairman Pat O'Sullivan due to make a speech on the pitch at half time. This should be good.
That should be good.
Darrell Horgan now to put this free kick in. Markham Dundee should have come to that, but it bounced, headed out anyway, and it's with Carl Shepherd now. Carl Shepherd breaking his Liam Kearney with him, plays it to Kearney. It's a poor ball.
But Kearney doesn't have the pace he did 2005.
It was a poor ball anyway by Shepherd, but he has a chance to make up for it. The ball it was a long ball there by Mark McNulty, and the ball just hit the ground, and with the way the weather has been today, it just kind of sat up in the air, and he lost all momentum. But ball over the top there, and it will be offside, so it will be a Cork City free kick. Sorry, Colm, go on.
He tried. Mark McNulty tried to be the Darren Raldolph to Carl Shepherd, Shane Long.
It's Shane Long, yeah.
Although, you know,
imagine what we'd be like if we had Shane Long right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we had
Shane Long and Mark O'Sullivan up front, like.
Oh wow.
So I think there's going to be
1
minute, because the fourth official can't manage to not show something on the other side. So 0-1 minute, either 10 minutes, I'm not really sure. It'll be a minute at a time. Carl Shepherd now knocks it back, and if it was just a bit further back, Stephen Beattie could have had a go off that. He had space in front of him, but it was just too far away from when Dundalk win the ball back, and now it's down the left hand side, which Dundalk have been very profitable from. And it's with I thought that was Mountney. It's not Mountney. It's Towell, is it? I'm not sure. Anyway, it's gone back with Gartland, and he comes forward with it, the former Portadown player.
Yes.
Played with a few teams. Played with Monaghan as well.
He did indeed.
Under Roddy Collins. Now it's with Massey. Plays on to Darrell Horgan. Darrell Horgan first time inside, and Dan Murray. Great win there from McMillan, and he's not happy about McMillan's reaction because he went down as if he was hurt as well, and now McMillan's having a go back off Dan Murray. So City come forward with the ball anyway, and it will be half time. So that's half time here at Turner's Cross, and what's been an enthralling first half of football, Colm. Means it's 2-2 here. It's Dundalk took the lead early. Dave McMillan on 9 minutes, and Richie Towell soon after. But City got a goal back through Marcus Sullivan, and then equalised with a corner that Carl Shepherd headed into the back of the net. Been plenty of going on apart from that. Referee Paul Chew is getting talked to by Dave McMillan, who's just been trying everything at the moment.
Richard should have been sent off as well.
Okay, they're letting him have the ball. That's fair enough. And there was Richard Towell had a very late tackle on Liam Miller, which he was given a booking for. There was also scuffles on the near touchline with Johnny C, who's already been sent off against Dundalk. Let's not forget. But at half time here at Turner's Cross on the final game of the season, final home game of the season here. It is Dundalk 2, Cork City 2. So welcome back here to Turner's Cross for the second half of tonight's SSE Electricity League Premier Division game. As it stands, it's 2-2 between League Champions Dundalk, which is, I hate saying that, but anyway, League Champions Dundalk, and FAI Cup finalists and future FAI Cup players against Dundalk. Cork City, I don't know what I was trying to do there, it didn't work, but whatever. So that is the way it stands at the moment. Dundalk took a quick 2-0 lead. It was Dave McMillan and Richie Towell with the goals, but City hit back straight after. It was only 3 minutes after Towell's goal did City score through Mark O'Sullivan, and then they got a second with Carl Shepherd at the back post. We have Kieran Callan and Darren Crowley. Dan Crawley here from Dundalk, who joined us last time. I think Bill Barry's trying to get past you. So for a quick word before the best of 96 FM goes through, what have you made of it so far?
It's been a great game. It's a better game than I expected anyway. We played a stronger team than I thought we would have too, but it's been good fun.
It's definitely going to whet the appetite for any person that was in doubt of going to an FAI Cup final. It's very, very simple. This is the two best teams in the league. You can see that they cancelled each other out, particularly in that first half. I think Carl Shepherd for Cork City has been absolutely immense in the first half. He absolutely really took us to town, with the two channels, and he's been excellent. But I have to say, I keep talking about this every single week. Richie Towell is producing some fantastic goals and did again the same tonight.
Was there a case to say that he could have been sent off? Especially for that second tackle, the late one?
Yes and no, but I'm gonna sit in the fence on this one. It could have, I've seen referees give it. To be quite honest with you,
it's a free kick, but if he's not on a yellow, it's a yellow. Sort of way.
Yeah.
Okay. If he was on a yellow, but even if he gets sent off now, unless it's a red, he only misses next week. So that's
sure, being biased now. It was a definite sending off. It was a definite sending off. You're only being biased now.
Listen, enjoy the game, boys.
So we're back, and that second half has kicked off here at Turner's Cross. And we come away with Cork City on the ball first. Long ball played by Ross Gaynor, but gives it away to Sean Gannon, who clears. No changes at half time in tonight's game, as Dundalk come away with it. Surprisingly enough, gives it back to Gannon now, and that's alright. This is a good early chance here from John Mountney. He's coming in on goal. Ross Gaynor has him well marshalled there, but he kicks him, and it will be a free kick. And that is a good chance here for Dundalk early on in the second half. Good work there. I mean, it might have been Dane Massey actually that got kicked there. It mightn't have been Mountney. I thought it was Mountney because it was on that side, but I think it is actually, or was it Ronan Finn indeed actually?
Ronan Finn.
I'm just going to name all of the players and say it might have been them. But yeah,
it could have been Gary Rogers.
It could have been Gary Rogers. He is on the pitch.
It's actually Ronan Finnan, the love child of Ronan Keating and Steve Finnan.
So it is a free kick now for Dundalk. It will be Darrell Horgan to put it in. Horgan now knocks it in, and that's headed away there by Mark O'Sullivan. I wanted to say the love child of Darrell Kavanagh and Neil Horgan, but I just don't know. Knocked back there towards Richie Towell, the scorer of tonight's second goal. He tries to buy himself some space, knocks it back there, does a sensible thing to give it to Shields. Shields now puts the ball over the top. That's for Garland trying to get a head onto it, knocks down, and McSweeney's there. He's under pressure from Horgan, but he manages to clear away only as far as Andy Boyle. It comes straight back with it, and City being pinned into their own half at the moment as Dundalk start the second half to better. It's got up for John Dunleavy to get a hand on it, just about does. It falls for Liam Miller, who hoofs the ball up for Stephen Beattie to try and win. Beattie does get a touch on into it, and Carl Shepherd going forward with it there. And there is Mark O'Sullivan. I was wondering where Mark O'Sullivan was.
You couldn't see him now.
But now he has it. I was wondering where he wasn't playing up front. But City come away now. It is with Stephen Beattie. Beattie now bursting forward, gives it out left to Carl Shepherd, one of the men who Kieran Collins said has had a really good first half, it must be said. Set up the first and scored the second. He has Ross Gaynor outside him and chooses to build his skill, puts it into the back post, but that's only straight towards Rogers, who collects fairly comfortably, and it will restart with Drogheda or Dundalk. Why do I keep saying Drogheda? It's really annoying. I know, but I did it the other day. I was on the Goal podcast and I was saying, if City can't beat Drogheda, they're never going to win the league. Well, they actually did beat Drogheda.
They actually drew. I was there.
Yeah, well, it
was abysmal.
That was abysmal, yeah. I was talking about the more positive aspects of our season against Drogheda, but anyway.
Positive about beating Drogheda. No offence to Drogheda.
I don't know how that can be offensive to Drogheda.
I don't know.
Anyway.
Why do I have your pen?
I don't know.
There's your pen.
Thanks. Here's Andy Boyle. He gives out left to Dane Massey. Massey now inside to Darrell Horgan, who's being very much a roaming role. He was out in the on the right side firstly. And now played in towards Dave McMillan. McMillan turns away and he has Massey with him. I think he's going to give it to Massey. Yes, he does. Plays in front of Massey. Massey now has Rich Towell with him. Oh, good touch there by Towell. Gets taken out looking for a free kick, but nothing coming from referee ball chewing as Dan Murray now plays the ball over the top. That's for Andy Ball to try and deal with, and he kind of bounces off the top of his head and very fortunately deflects to Chris Shields, who takes a pretty theatrical fall and wins himself a free kick. But anyway, play will start again. Liam Carey needs to wake up because it's going to come down towards him. That's the ball played by Horgan towards Towell, and one of the very few occasions when Horgan tries to find Towell but can't find him, and it goes out for a Cork City throw on this near inside. Michael McSweeney to take. So you can see scores from around the league. Longford Town beating Drogheda in the game there. Shamrock Rovers now 2-0 up on Limerick at half time.
Speaking of that game, if anyone recorded Pat Sullivan's speech at half time, please do send it in to us.
Please do. We would love to hear what that sounded like.
We will actually play it. Forget the match, we'll just play the speech.
Got him just going way up and above and beyond there.
Sorry.
Mr. Rebel Radio, here's it next way. From top there, that's Dan Murray with a header. Darryl Horgan wins it, and O'Connor wasn't sure whether to come or go. He left it to McMillan, and now Dundalk coming forward again with Richie Towell. So it's 0-0 between St. Pat's and Sligo, and the half time in Brandywell where there's been 5 goals. And that's a ball through, and that was almost into the path of Ross Gaynor, but he can't get it in. Dundalk break, and now there's a massive amount of space for Richie Towell to be in. And this looks dangerous for Cork City. Richie Towell now cuts inside. He gives it back to Finn. Gives it back to Towell. Towell tries to find Finn again, but Liam Miller there. I will find you and I will kill you. With the ball off. Marcus Sullivan being challenged there by Brian Garland, who tells him to get up, and Johnny C isn't happy about that, but comes away now. It's with Mountney, gives it out right to Sean Gannon. Gannon back to Mountney again. Mountney inside to Ronan Finn. And back to Mountney again, who's come back quite a long way. It's back to Brian Gartland now. City pressing their opponents high. Liam Miller with a tackle there, but can't win the ball. It's played off Shepherd. Shepherd does win the ball. He's coming forward, and now he's being surrounded by white bodies, being taken down there, and that's a booking surely. Being sandwiched between the two of them. John Mountney taking down Carl Shepherd. He's been called over here by Paul Chute. Will he be the next man to be put in the referee's book? No, he won't. He's just having a word with Shepherd, I think.
Dundalk fans, they've been very quiet since Carl Shepherd's goal went in. That's not really a jab, I'm just making a point.
Which is kind of a jab at the fact
No, I was just making the point.
Okay. It's a free kick now for Cork City, and this is in a dangerous position. It's with Liam Miller and Ross Gaynor are the two men stepping over this.
Just as I say that, they found the drum.
And it looks like it could be Miller to put this in. It will be Miller. Miller now puts it in right foot to the back post, but headed away there by Andy Boyle. It's good solid defending, will only bounce out as far as Michael McSweeney takes it down. Coming up against Sean Gannon, plays it back to Dane Massey, should I say. Plays it back to Liam Carney, tries to play it over the top. Chris Shields there to head away, and now it's chance for Dundalk. It's a great tackle there by Liam Carney on Darryl Horgan, former teammates at Cork City.
They weren't.
They were never playing the same team. I'm sure Carney was okay, maybe not. As Dundalk burst forward, and now John Mountney coming up against Liam Miller. Turning away, and now turns away from Stephen Beattie. He's coming forward with it again. Shields out on the right hand side, gives it to Mountney, who puts a first time cross in, hits off the backside of a Cork City player, but knocks into the path of Dane McMillan. McMillan now plays it back to Ronan Finn. Finn out to Dane Massey. Massey now puts a foot in the ball, plays it in towards Darryl Horgan. This could be dangerous. Massey now on the inside. Can Darryl Horgan find him? No, he doesn't. Goes it alone, gives himself space, tries to shoot, but that's a brilliant sliding tackle from Michael McSweeney. Heroic stuff there from the Collingwood Cup winner, but poor ball there from City, and Liam Carney now is going to get booked for a late tackle on Andy Boyle. So
and another little fact, Michael McSweeney's actually a school teacher in Ballincollig.
Oh well, and he did his H-Ship in Christian Brothers College.
Indeed.
On Sydney Hill.
And he used to play for Merview.
Huh?
He used to play for Merview as well.
Oh, you used to play for Merview, yeah.
But, I was just trying to top each other with Michael McSweeney facts.
Most successful times I was at UCC. He also coached me for a time when I was in Christians. Anyway.
Who didn't coach you?
I don't know. Not very many people. As Howell puts that ball in to Mark Naldine, who's another man who's coached me at some point. He puts the ball over the top. Now you think I'd be a much better player for the amount of people who coach me. I'm just terrible. Ball now with Sean Gannon on the right side. Yeah, well travelled. It's a good ball there from Finn now into the path of Massey. Massey coming up against Michael McSweeney. Puts it back there for Richie Towell. First time ball into Horgan. Horgan teases up for Ronan Finn. Tries to get the better of Kevin O'Connor there, but can't. And now Liam Carney comes away with the ball. Lovely chip ball there into Marcus Sullivan, whose touch is poor, but can't get the ball away to Stephen Beattie. And now Beattie is charging down this right hand side. certainly a contender for Player of the Year on the side, I would say.
Anyway,
And he goes down and challenge the Massey. No yellow card again, but a free kick. And this is another dangerous position for Cork City.
And William Denny is just about to get on.
Yeah, Billy Denny be introduced. What's the time? 9 minutes, 9:45:54. Very good. Okay. So Billy Denny will come into the game.
William's coming on for Ross, it seems. No, Liam.
No, Liam Miller. Liam Miller. Liam Kearney. Liam Kearney will come off. So in the 54th minute.
Spriggs is risking Billy.
There's there to Ross Gaynor, who's done that before, but now gives it to Denny. Denny now crosses it in. That's a better cross into the back post. That's from Marcus Sullivan. But Brian Gartland is there well to win, and Gartland's the only man. Oh, and William Miller wins that now with a shot. Oh, that's just over the bar.
That's his first shot since he signed back, I believe.
That's his first shot since he scored for Ireland that time against Sweden. Liam Miller just robbing a Dundalk player there, but his shot just goes over the bar, kind of dipping in. It almost looked like with Gary Rogers sprawling, but
if he had scored that goal, I'd say that shed in, but it just came
exploded. Yeah. It's with Guy Rogers now. Rogers now puts the ball in on the left hand side. That's for Darrell Horgan. Great touch there by Darrell Horgan. Gives it back to Dane Massey, inside to Richard Towell. Richard Towell now turns away, gives it back to Brian Gartland. And Gartland has Marcus Sullivan from company, but gives it right to Sean Gannon. Gannon now first time ball into Mountney. Mountney now cuts inside. He's looking for a player with him. He has Darrell Horgan with him. No, he finds Towell instead. Towell turns, scoops the ball up over the top. That's aimed towards McMillan, who does get a touch in it, but can't do enough. And now City breaking quickly. Billy Dennehy coming forward. That's a good early throw out there by Mark McNulty. Good awareness there from the Ballincollig native as he sets away Billy Denny. Denny now ball over the top, and Gartland is there well to win, but it's down towards Shepherd. And Shepherd with a volley, and I suppose when you have scored one and set up another, you might as well go for it, but the volley goes pretty comfortably wide, and it will be a Dundalk goal kick. Well, I think Shepherd caught a Dundalk player in the follow through there accidentally.
I don't know who it is. I was going to say it was Gartland, but I don't think Gartland's wearing a body warmer.
Gartland. It is number 2, Sean Gannon. Cool. Caught Sean Gannon, who goes down injured, but anyway, I'm going to keep going with this.
Do indeed. I just want to make the point actually that I don't know if anyone agrees with it, but Michael McSweeney and Darrell Horgan Michael McSweeney looks like Darrell Horgan, only with a bigger nose.
No, they don't look anything alike. I actually have to say, normally I agree with you on these things, but this time I definitely have to disagree with you. I know Michael McSweeney and I know Darrell Horgan, and I know that they don't look like alike. Although Darrell Horgan does look like Damien Duff.
Don't rub it in my face, like.
I know Michael McSweeney,
I know Darrell Horgan. They look nothing alike. I'm gonna cry myself to sleep tonight.
We're definitely gonna have a fun. Be a scrap in the press box. Actually, on a point, but this is our first ever Rebel Radio broadcast in a competitive game, which has been done in the press box.
Yeah.
So, yeah, because we couldn't get the internet.
Liverpool game here because I took it over. But yeah.
First competitive press box debut here for Rebel Radio.
I was actually in the seat as well, which is not this particular seat, but I was in this area.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You could have been in that particular seat. You know?
Might have been.
Anyway, City come forward with this with Stephen Beattie. He has a few City bodies with him. He holds on to it, comes out right. Oh, it's an idea, a good attempt for a ball there by Beattie, but it's just cut out, and Gary Rogers gets to it first. And Dundalk will have the ball again.
Jesus. Sorry now, my phone. I'm going to have to turn this off. There we go. Apologies if you can hear my phone there in the background. Should have been professional and turned it off.
Don't worry about it.
No, but it was 3 times in 2 minutes it went off. I should have learned after the first time.
It's with Dane Massey now. I mean, who was it that the phone went off when they were in the... it happened in a proper live TV. Oh, Dini Hammond. It's like his phone went off.
Oh no, it was Adebayor.
No.
In the World Cup in 2010.
Oh yeah, well that too. But I'm pretty sure Dini Hammond's phone went off in the pocket and they were asking him what was going on. There's another Dundalk player down injured. That is Dane Massey.
The Cork ladies football team are joining us up in this general area.
Yeah, so the Rebelettes doing our county proud, 10 All-Irelands in 11 years. That's a pretty incredible statistic. Imagine if Cork City won 10 leagues in 11 years.
I wouldn't go to college.
I would never sleep. So right now Gannon on the wing there for Mountney goes out for a Dundalk throw in. Mountney is throwing it in to Gannon. Cannon now turns away and gives it back to Andy Boyle. Boyle now coming forward with it. I'm going to put the neck front slightly close to the mouth. Boyle now coming forward to Dundalk captain, gives out left to Massey. That's good play there by Boyle, just sucking the defenders in, giving out to Massey in space. Massey tries a shot, but it deflects off Ross Gaynor. Oh no, it's Billy Denny, I think.
Yeah,
and it goes out for
I suppose if fair is fair, if we're calling Richie Richard, I suppose we better call Billy William.
Okay, well, if you want.
It's fair.
It's now Darrell Horgan. Oh, I thought Darrell Horgan, he does shoot. I thought he was going to shoot a little bit earlier. He probably should have shot a few minutes earlier because the ball kind of bobbled and it went straight over the bar. But Darrell Horgan's always very dangerous from that.
Look,
the
he's
expert.
ready to be coming on. Our best friend, Kieran
Kilduff. He's getting a bib on anyway. So Mick Ring's best friend. Oh, Mick trips him up as he walks past.
That'd be great.
That'd be so funny.
And no, he doesn't.
No,
It's an opportunity to be funny.
No.
It's alright.
That was Sean Gannon just shielding that one out for a Dundalk throw-in on the far side. So as you can see from the score, we don't really need to remind you because it's up on the screen, with all of the other scores from the Electricity League Premier Division, because we are great. But it is 2-2 here at Turner's Cross. We are about 60 minutes, about half an hour into tonight's game.
Yeah.
And
15 minutes into the half.
Yeah, so. And Dan Murray's misjudged that. Now it's for McMillan. McMillan coming through on goal. He has Johnny shoots, and that was the save. Puts the ball back in towards Ronan Finn, but cleared away. That come up against John Dunleavy, but just decided the first time shot. But City managed to clear their lines. Good save there by McNulty, and it was kind of hit straight at him really from a tight angle, but did well to just get his body behind the ball. It's over the top there now for Marco Sullivan. And he manages to do enough to put it off, and then Stephen Beattie going under a very heavy tackle. That is an extremely heavy tackle from Chris Shields. That should have been a free kick, and now there will be a free kick against Dan Murray in the other end for what was also a foul.
But it wasn't as cynical.
Well, yeah, it wasn't cynical. They were both fouls, but
I love the fact that they tried to injure the one player on the pitch who isn't eligible for the cup final.
Yeah.
If that was their intentions, obviously.
Well, Richard Towell now would have to be careful because he's already been on a booking, so he gives a short now to Chris Shields. Shields now in, and I think it was McMillan there, but he went his way. Darrell Horgan hunting down Dan Murray, gives the ball back to Mark McNulty. Ball over the top there towards this Shepherd, and surely that's a free kick.
Nope.
Not even an advantage given there as Sean Gannon is climbing all over Carl Shepherd. Anyway, it's given in towards Billy Dennehy. Dennehy now coming up against two Dundalk men, tries a bit of skill but just gets caught out, and now Dundalk have the ball back. It's with Darrell Horgan on this near inside. He's coming up against Dennehy, coming up against Fielders. Beattie wins it off and goes down under the tackle in the back, and it will be a free kick on this to ironic cheers from the home support, but it is in a very dangerous position. Surely it'll be Billy Dennehy take this.
I'd like to see a little Liam Miller, Marky Sullivan.
Marcus, I was just going to say I would love to see Marky smash one home from close range.
That's how we actually, do you remember that? The Bows game where I goes, why is Marky standing over this? And he turned around and
he scored. And he did the exact same thing like the next week up in Sligo.
Yeah. That was our first introduction to each other.
And one of many more to come.
No. What an introduction.
So it will be a free kick for Cork City, about maybe 25 yards out from goal.
I'd have to get the old compass out.
Oh, compass.
I don't know. It's the first measuring tool that came to my mind.
It is
past Mats, right?
It will be Billy Denny taking. I think Liam Miller stepping over, but I think it will be Denny with his left foot. There's 5 in the Dundalk wall. Denny now hits it over the wall. And hits it off the post. No, it came off a Dundalk wall actually, I think, and it will go out for a Cork City throw.
It was
corner
Richard, because he went in as he went to fix his hair.
Oh, okay.
You know yourself. He's not that type of player.
So it will be a corner. I'm not sure who came across. I don't think is it Denny here?
Yeah,
it's Denny to take that. William Denny.
William
to take this. And just near inside. Billy with the corner into the back post again. Marcus Sullivan's underneath it, but headed away off Brian Gartland, and it will be a corner on the far inside. So City putting on some sustained pressure here.
As the rain comes down here this cold Friday evening.
As the mist descends on a dreary Turner's Cross. So it will be a corner, and it will be Johnny Dunleavy, who's had a pretty good game so far. Can he put in a corner?
I'm very surprised he's taking corners.
Have we led against Dundalk this season? I don't think we have.
We have.
Have we?
Billy's goal, Williams' goal.
In the first home game? Oh.
And then Richard got the other two.
Dunleavy now put into the box, and Rogers wasn't sure about that. He was in the sea of bodies, but did well to get a punch away. Now it's gone back to Dunleavy, puts another ball in, but can't get away from the first post, who's Sean Gannon there to clear, but it's knocked back against City. Recycle once more. McSweeney now gives it out to Billy Denny. Denny coming up against the Dundalk man, that's Dane Massey, and now he's coming up against Horgan, plays it back towards McSweeney, whose ball in is pretty good, and that's a good collection there by Gary Rogers. Really good play there by the Dundalk custodian, who in a sea of bodies comes out first and is confident to claim the ball, so remains 2-2.
Yeah. And Andy Boyle has it. Boyle gives it to Dane Massey, and it hits off Billy Denny, but comes back to Massey, and Denny still pressures him, but it comes to Finn, gives it to Shields. Shields gives it to Miller. Miller gives it to Kevin O'Connor. O'Connor gives it to Carol Shepherd. Shepherd slips, and Dundalk are away with it, and Gannon has it now. Gannon challenged
good
by
tackle
Miller.
there by Liam Miller. And referee, you have to give us something. That was a perfectly fine tackle from Liam Miller. Got the ball, and it's going to be a free in for Dundalk. And now he's calling over Ross Gaynor because I think he wants to have a talk with him.
George Python is coming on as well. I don't know if that's actually his name, but I'm going to call him a snake.
Pointing.
Python?
Pointing. I think it's pointing.
You can just call him Python.
You can call him pointing. Yeah, point.
It's not like the snake.
The what? The snake?
The snake. Python the snake.
Oh, Python. Yeah, you can call him Python if you want. So it will be John Mount need to make a way for George Python. How I want to say it. 1925, 40, 65 minutes.
And two substitutions?
Oh, it's Chris Shields coming off. Okay, well, I thought it was going to be John Mountney, but it's actually Chris Shields.
His number up.
That'll make way. So Chris Shields makes way for George Poynton. He comes into the game and is a free kick now for Dundalk. Darrell Horgan puts this in, and Mark McNulty, just like his opposite number, coolly collects in a sea of bodies there. It's good confident goalkeeping from McNulty, who was definitely... how many clean sheets? Has he kept 14 clean sheets this season, I think?
I would have said 15. But, as the Ballincollig native puts it on the ground and hits it long. It's for Mark Result.
Oh, and that odd call was called out to Dundalk defence. Carl Shepherd get in on that on the left hand side. No, bounces off the corner flag and goes out for a goal kick. Those kind of 50-50 things that go for you and go against you.
Yeah, that's football, I suppose.
That is football, correct.
A game of opinion.
That is the sport that we are watching right now,
yeah.
And which we will continue to watch.
Not Gaelic or American, it is indeed.
But I watch that too, but I just don't commentate on it.
Association football. Gary Rogers sits in here. 2618.
Yep. That was the attendance of tonight. 2,618 people are in attendance tonight to see what has been a very enthralling SSE Artistic Premier League game. Still 2-2. We are maybe 25 minutes left in tonight's game, I'd say. Still no sign of the teams breaking the deadlock which has existed since the 48th minute of the City score. Dundalk will be pretty disappointed in the fact that they've got a 2-2 advantage and were being pegged back by City, but for City it's kind of good. There's been a couple of games where they've had a pretty bad starts against Dundalk, but this time they managed to recuperate. Looks like the City seem to be a bit better as they come forward now with Ross Gaynor. Gaynor now putting a ball over the top, and that's towards Carl Shepherd, but can't get to it, and it will fall comfortably into the hands of Gary Rogers, who throws it out to Dane Massey. And Dundalk just starting very quickly, always trying to catch Cork City on the back foot, goes into Horgan, back to Massey inside. That's towards Poynton, and that's a late tackle by McSweeney on Horgan. And saying he got the ball, I'm not too sure. I think if he didn't, it's certainly a booking. And it looks like Dundalk are going to bring on Kieran Kilduff. So it looks like Kilduff will be introduced into the game as Michael McSweeney is the latest Cork City player to go into the book.
If he scores, will he celebrate with Rick Ring, or will he celebrate?
I don't know. I'd say Rick Ring will at least tweet him anyway afterwards.
Yeah. Twitter extraordinaire, of course.
Yeah. Speaking of Twitter, I've been looking at it. At our presenters, John McCarthy's first time this season that City have come back from 2-0 down. So, interesting stat there for you. Thanks for John for that. Obviously, we've had a few tight games. We were, against Derry 3-2 at home, or Sligo, 3-2 at home, and games like that. But this will probably be one of the highest scoring games we've had in the cross for a while. Except, I know we have
Longford and Limerick.
And Bows. I know we have 4 against Bows, and we had 4 against Pats.
5 against Limerick.
Yeah, 5 against Limerick.
3-2 against Limerick and Longford as well.
Yeah, that's true. one of the more higher scoring games this season anyway. Kieran tweeting in. I have somewhere over there in the press box. Oh, there he is. I see you. This is always a pleasure to talk to you. It's always a pleasure to talk to us.
I was just going to say...
I like talking to myself.
Who doesn't?
All over the top there for Cal Shepherd. He takes it out. Great chance. Rogers is out quick. That is brilliant goalkeeping by Gary Rogers, because had he not been quick off his line there to collect, that would have been almost certainly 3-2 Cork City. But a great chance there.
Very Kevin Galvin-esque for Everton.
Yeah, except he didn't blow his knee in the process of doing it. It's with Liam Miller now. Yes. It's now with Kevin O'Connor, who I haven't really seen much of on the ball. Actually, he's not been saying his name a lot.
No,
Liam
thank
Miller
God, because last week there was a Kevin O'Connor for Longford and a Kevin O'Connor for...
God, there's so many Kevin O'Connors. That's 24, 25, so 25 and 45 is 70. 70 Macmillan.
Number substitution number 9, David McMillan, being replaced by number 16, Kieran Kidder.
Oops. Kidder, as he was affectionately known down here.
The man who holds the record for most goals scored in a single game for Cork City. That is 4 against Shelburne.
And a 5-3 win.
Yep.
Yeah.
There you go. We're both on the money.
Yeah. No, to be fair, I was on Wikipedia in college.
Oh, were you?
So.
Oh, I actually remember that game because I brought a buddy of mine saying that it would be really good, and then he was like, "You're actually right. This is really good." Anyway, knocked down there by Billy Denny for Marcus Sullivan to try and win. He does. Sully gets their first turn, twists and turns, and he plays it off his man, and Rogers can't get there, and it will be a Cork City corner. City certainly on top here in the last 10 minutes at Turner's Cross. But can they make it pay?
Hopefully.
Will be a corner here, and Billy Dennehy to put this in for the home side. William Dennehy to put this in for the home side.
I'm sticking to this as much as I can. Ross Gainer's looking for it.
Puts it into the back post. That's for Cash Shepherd underneath it. Headed away by
Dodgy.
Dundalk player. Yeah, it was pretty close there. It looked like Shepherd could have gone underneath again. Gav says, what about us? Shout out for poor Davey talking to himself in two Nordies on a Smelly Student Radio. Hashtag Outcast. I love that. That is excellent. I think we'll definitely send this back to him as well. So
although you notice, I don't know what the score is. We don't know what the score is. What's the score?
It's 1-0. Finn Harp still is played in now. Oh, knocked out across. Cal Shepherd takes a touch. It just didn't quite set up for him to hit it first time. But I think it had it, he would have gone for it. He took the touch, but it gets cleared away. And City fans getting behind their team once again. They smell blood here at Turner's Cross.
Me and Dave actually were having a bit of a Twitter battle to see who was going to be commentating the better game. And he was like, oh, a first division match where everything's on the line, or a Premier Division match where nothing's on the line. It's still the top two in the Premier Division.
It is, and certainly the teams playing tonight as if there's certainly everything on the line. This is like a regular Premier League game generally between the two of them.
It's like at the start of the season, I presume. I certainly did. I don't know if you did or not, but I said this game would have decided the title.
Yeah.
How wrong was I?
I know, but imagine if it had been. Imagine what kind of game it would be if it was in front of a packed crowd.
Again. Of course, we sold it out the first time.
We did. Yes. We did. It was still a pretty strong crowd. 2,000. I didn't see exactly what the thing was.
Said it earlier.
Yeah, Billy said it earlier. You got it earlier anyway. There was over 2,000. Over 2,000 anyway tonight's game. 2,000, a couple of hundred. Like for what is a pretty terrible night. In Cork, and a dead rubber for a lot of people who are saving up to go to the cup final. But I suppose a lot of people like to come to the last game of the season anyway. Yeah. As Darrell Horgan gets the better of Michael McSweeney, but the tackle is deemed legal, and it will be a corner now for Dundalk. So a chance to alleviate the pressure and maybe a chance to get a goal against the run of play. Played in quickly there to Richie Towler, puts in the ball. It's a poor ball, knocked there towards the back post. That's for Dane Massey, who does a bit of a
tries to do a bit of a Liam Miller flick.
But just does totally.
He's not Liam Miller.
He's not Liam Miller. But this is Liam Miller, and he's on the ball, and he gives it to Stephen Beattie. Much to the applause of the home side. Now City come forward again. It's with Ross Gaynor being tracked there by John Mountney, who we thought was going to come off, but instead it was Chris Shields. And now let's go back to Mark McNulty. McNulty now kicked the first time. Can he keep this in play? Billy Denny underneath it? Yes, he can. Well, he actually can't because he got underneath it, but then only kind of flicked around.
Sports Person of the Year 2015 with that kind of header.
But you don't.
No.
You don't. Well, maybe you do if their GA team is doing crap, because they have no other sports there other than
Have
that.
they won?
Anyway, it's with Gannon this year.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. The dub's on it. Anyway, bad ball there, and it's with Ronan Finn. Plays it in to Kieran Kilduff. Kilduff's shot, and that's just over. Kilduff trying to score against his old side.
Where he scored so many.
Where he did score so many. Many with the head, though. Mainly with the head.
Actually, think about it now. Do you remember the Dundalk game here?
Yeah.
We're 2-2.
Yeah.
That goal.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Yeah, it was absolutely amazing.
Scissors kick. Right first 2 minutes as well.
I know, imagine that first time. So, City are drawing here, and I suppose in a way, they'll be happy enough, but in another way, Shamrock Rovers are now leading against Limerick, so they have been bumped down now into third position.
No, we're 4 points ahead.
Oh yeah, sorry. 2 points. We're 2 points ahead with a game, and we have balls in the lane.
Cork City as opposed to us personally.
Well, we were also covering on a Rebel Radio, so. Well, you're not, but I am.
Oh, well.
Well, I don't know. Do you want to come?
Come on.
To the Bulls match?
I'll be there anyway.
Oh, will you be there?
Yeah.
Well, you're more than welcome to join me and Dave. Have three on at the same time.
Yeah.
Like tonight. Oh, that's a good touch there by Mountain. He gets the better of Ross Gaynor. He's a few players in the box. Oh, now he killed off in the middle, and that was just at the last moment. I think it was Dan Murray with the touch who got the absolutely essential touch on it, because it would have been 3-2 Dundalk otherwise. Had the ball played in by Dunleavy, he's taken off the ball, but nothing given there from referee Paul Hewitt, and now Dundalk come forward with it again. It's with Richard Towell coming forward, and he has done Darrell Horgan outside his left. He does give it to Horgan. Towell's going to hit it first time, takes a touch, puts it inside, crosses into the back post. That is for John Mountney, but Mountney can't get it towards goal, but he will keep it in play, and now he's right out on the right hand side, gives it back into Ronan Finn, back with Mountney again, plays it back. This is with Sean Gannon. Gannon takes touch, plays it on to Andy Boyle. Boyle now takes touch himself and gives it to Rich Towell. Towell turns away now from Stephen Beattie. He's being tracked there by Beattie, and Beattie, very tenacious as he always is, to try and get the ball back, but he managed to work himself out of the situation. Now to Brian Gartlin coming forward for the Lilywhites, as they managed to spray spit all over the place.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you talk for so long.
Actually on my team sheet.
Sorry, apologies.
Lick it off.
It's alright, you can use it to make a clone of me. Richie Towell now coming forward at it.
One of you is bad.
That's true. Gives it to Ronan Finn. Finn now plays it out right to Mountney, is it? I think that's Mountney.
No, he went. Oh no, sorry.
I'm not sure who it was. Anyway, tackle there, and Willie Denny's running forward. It's with Richie Towell on his ball towards Kilduff, is cleared away strongly by Dunleavy. Beattie is Carney is down.
Oh, it's
Beattie.
Yeah,
I was getting Beattie and Carney mixed up. Why is that?
Carney went off for
oh yeah, he did.
Young.
Correct.
William.
Correct.
Well, I say young. He's
not that young.
Yeah,
he's younger than Darren, isn't he? He's the younger brother.
9 years older than I am, so why am I calling him?
I don't know. Because you want to.
Yeah.
Because you have the power. So yeah.
This mic is power. Pipe off.
And if you're listening, you're not getting it.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, I'm gonna go back and do some of this.
Yep. Waiting. The lads are getting a drink of water, are they?
Yeah.
For a man who actually did an interview while getting a haircut, his hair isn't that nice.
Who's that?
Richard.
Oh, it's up to personal decision.
Speaking of hair, look who's coming on.
I didn't even know the Canadian fly half played football for Dundalk. That's amazing.
Who?
The Canadian fly half played football for Dundalk.
Oh, yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Looks like Johnny.
Hair.
Yeah. Well, speaking of things not being politically good, John O'Flynn will make his introduction into tonight's game.
That was mean. You're the family.
Personal decision. It looks like Stephen B is going to be coming off for him.
He's a family. Give him a break.
32, 3, 5, 8, 68, 78.
He's been electric tonight, to be fair.
So we're getting up towards 10 minutes left in tonight's game. This is the 78th minute around. And it will be Dundalk with the ball, play back there towards Guy Rogers. Rogers now being under pressure from Billy Denny, but gets the clearance away, and that's over the head of Ross Gaynor once more, but Dan Murray is there this time to clear. He puts it up into the air, and Carl Shepherd has to track down a high ball. He does. Plays it to Grant Gaynor's ball over the top towards O'Sullivan. First time O'Sullivan knocks into the path of day. Billy Denny, was that a handball there by Andy Boyle? Not sure. Anyway, it goes forward with Massey here. Massey now, ball over the top. That's towards Kieran Kilduff. He uses all of his stature to win it. He kind of looks like Rick Ring, funnily enough. Yeah, plays it on, and that's with.
That's worse than we call earlier.
Ah, okay. Alright. Oh, that's Stephen Beattie winning that from Ronan Finn. And it's 2 against 3 here for Cork City. Beattie being shepherded out of it there well by George Poynton.
Who went off?
Nobody.
Finney to come on.
Nobody.
So
Finney didn't
Finney
come on.
just got ready.
Finney got ready, he's not on yet. Yeah. So now it's gone back and it's with Massey to put over the top. That's for Kieran Kilduff to try and win. Kilduff for the header, but can only head it straight back to Carl Shepherd. He literally could not have headed that into a worse place. As Shepherd now gives it back to Kevin O'Connor. O'Connor into Miller. Miller now back to Kevin O'Connor again, the former Waterford player, if I'm not mistaken.
Recently signed a new contract with the club.
Yep, that's right. Now gives it down the left hand side. O'Connor now is coming up against Brian Gartland. Gets inside of Brian Gartland, but Gannon is there to clear, and it goes to Darrell Horgan. Dorgan now on the right hand side and beats Ross Gaynor again. He's getting skinned quite a few times by down the right hand side here, but it's played. I think it was Mountney there who lost the ball, and now City have the ball once again. It's with Michael McSweeney. McSweeney now to Billy Denny, coming up against Dane Massey, and the ball is poor. And now Richie Towell has it, and Marco Sullivan is out, or Marco McNulty even is out of position. Gets himself back in, and McSweeney does well to win it back, and Darrell Horgan just can't keep his feet, and it will be a sub now. So John O'Flynn will be introduced.
He just can't keep his. No, he still has feet.
Oh yeah, well I mean. Can't keep his balance with his feet. 18 minutes.
That would be horrific. If during a match someone just lost their feet.
But that's a bad injury. There's going to be a lot of bad time for that one.
And Darrell Horgan's actually out of the this game as he got his feet amputated. Obviously he hasn't, you know. He's playing tonight. John Flynn's on now in it. His tattoos.
So Jonathan coming into the game for the last 10 minutes here at Turner's Cross with the scores evenly poised at 2 apiece. Willie Denny tries to get ahead of a Dundalk man and tries to win it off Gartland, but Gartland has been really good tonight and now wins that again, and it will be a free kick.
Touched by Kenny.
Huh?
Touched by Kenny.
Yep, was?
No, you didn't see it.
Stephen
Kenny took a beautiful touch.
A beautiful touch. And it looks like Stephen Kenny is going to introduce a player.
Come on himself. Stephen Kenny has talked
over the final game of the season. No.
Shawnee Maguire anyway.
Yeah, we've Shawnee Maguire to come in. We'll see who's going to come out. It's Horgan now playing it on to Gartland. I'm going to make a quick note of the Dundalk team, if you don't mind.
Yeah, work away. Horgan has it here now, anyway, just inside the City half, and he braces back Michael McSweeney. Horgan gives it to Ronan Finn, and he gives it to Dane Massey, or Darren Meelan just in the halfway line, and Towell tries a bicycle kick, but he's not Colin Healy, and City clear. And I didn't see who that was, but Brian Gartland has it now in his own half. Garland takes a touch, tries to slow down the tempo of the game, and gives it to Ronan Finn. Finn to Gannon, but it hits off. Carl Shepherd is out for a throw into the away side, but will be a substitution first. Mountney is coming off.
Mountney will now come off
for Shawnee Maguire.
6 to 7.
Is it Sean or Shawnee Maguire? Because his Twitter name is Shawnee, but his name down here is Sean.
Either or, whichever you prefer. It's like Billy and William
going, yeah, on the basis of the fact we're calling people that Christian name Sean or John.
For those of you who don't speak Irish, his name is John.
Or Jack, or anything.
So that is all of the subs. No, City is still left one substitution, but that is all of Dundalk substitutions. No, they have Kieran Kilduff came on, Shawnee Maguire came off, and George Poynton
forgot about him.
Poynton. So that rounds up the team.
That snake. Literally.
Snake.
Markey was bundled over there, and John O'Flynn has it now.
The advantage game, O'Flynn gave it back to Kevin O'Connor. O'Connor now lays it on to Ross Gaynor. He's been come up against Dundalk player. Managed to keep the ball in play. It's with Carl Shepherd, the man who set up the first and scored the second of Cork City's goals tonight. Brian Gartland heads away, and Darrell Horgan chests it down. But still a chance. Let's not forget that Dundalk have a nasty habit of scoring late against us, so City will have to be on their toes as Dan Murray hangs out of Kieran Kilduff. Play goes on. It's with Towell now, who's come over to the far end side. Towell was on the near side. Oh no, sorry, it wasn't Towell. Actually, that is Sean Maguire, but he's wearing the same kind of boots, so I got confused. Now here is Towell. Yeah. Towell coming forward now to former Celtic player, giving it back to Darrell Horgan, who tries to play it into Kieran Kilduff. Kieran Kilduff holds it up, and that's McTowell, and that is just wide. And yeah, you don't want to leave the towel with a shot at the edge of the box, and that literally was inches wide of the far upright.
And he's the last man you want with space in the box.
Yeah, literally.
Young Richard.
Literally.
Thank you for your cooperation.
I'm gonna keep doing this. So, where's my pen? Where's my pen?
I gave you
Pen.
Give you the pen. Is that it? No, it's
No,
the pen
no,
top.
no, it's underneath the sheet.
Program.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Forget your pen. Match is going on.
Forget the pen.
Just roll it. Gartland leaves it for Gary Rogers. And he slices it into someone's backyard.
Is Horgan playing on the left or the right?
Sorry?
Is Horgan playing on the left or the right?
He's playing on the same side as Michael McSweeney, which is...
He's left back, yeah, left. He's on the left, so that means Mountney's on the right.
Because, to be fair, McSweeney has had him kept fairly quiet, to be fair.
Yeah, he has.
Gaynor will take the throw in anyway, just on the edge of the Dundalk penalty area. Looks for Carl Shepherd. Can he wriggle his way out of young Sean Maguire's grasps? No, he doesn't, but it comes back to Ross Gaynor anyway, puts it in. Look for either Billy Denny here, Carl Shepherd. Denny hits it nothing but air, and Darryl Horgan manages to clear only as far as Michael McSweeney, and he gives it to Lee Miller. Miller puts it back into the box, looks for John O'Flynn. He might as well have looked for me up here in the press box, and it goes out for a goal kick.
That's pretty disappointing there, but good signs nonetheless for Cork City, who are getting back into the game. It's kind of a lull in play there in the last couple of minutes, but looked like a team trying to pick up intensity. Rich Towell obviously had that chance, and now City coming away with it against Ross Gaynor on the ball. Gaynor now putting it in, but he can't. Ronan Finn comes back there to collect, and now he comes away with it again. It's with Sean Maguire, I think that is, and now it's out right with Richie Towell. Is that Rich Towell? It is Rich Towell. Now it's back with Gannon. Gannon is going to give it to Poynton, is he? No, he isn't. He's going to give it to
Shawnee.
Sean.
Jack.
John. Here's now Liam Miller with a through ball for John O'Flynn. And God can't get to it, but he can get to the rebound. He goes down under the challenge, and that's yet another one. And O'Flynn wanted to play advantage, but the referee's whistle had already gone, and it will be a free kick. Will there be a yellow card there, though, for Brian Gartland? No, there won't be. No, of course not.
Yeah, and Rossi G will take the free kick.
Yeah, Rossi to take it. Left back. Michael Sweeney right back. Kevin O'Connor is playing. I don't know where Kevin O'Connor was playing. Carl Shepherd was playing left mid anyway, wasn't he? Kind of like left mid.
Who was that there?
Carl Shepherd was kind of playing left mid.
Yeah. He's playing on the usual role, Billy on the wing.
And
Billy and Karen on the wings in there.
So that means Kevin O'Connor must be in the centre mid. Yeah. Okay, cool. That's my team's done. Ball come in, and Michael McSweeney kind of came down to him, but he was too busy grappling with his own player to realise the ball paid off him. But it comes back anyway, cycled with Liam Miller again to swing it across. It's a ball by Liam Miller. It's a back post. Billy Denny with the hero, and he goes out on a challenge. And Marcus Sullivan.
That wasn't a penalty.
Well, you know it's not a penalty. Of course.
No, I didn't say it was a penalty. I said it wasn't.
Yeah. You know it was a penalty if it wasn't a penalty. If Colm said it wasn't a penalty.
Yeah. Because I'm trying to be.
Fresh.
You did give me a bit of a bollocking at half time, so.
I did. I'll be honest. But anyway, no, it wasn't. But that was Poynton there right at the back post, because had Poynton not been there, Billy Denny had a free header there at the back post. And that was really close, but City certainly matching their opponents.
That's alright to say, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Bollocking.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, I've sworn on this before.
Yeah, but
it's a Carl Shepherd with his pink boots.
Can't miss them. Are they pink or orange?
They're pink. I think they are. Oh, and it's turning inside and out, but can't get to it.
Tweet hashtag RR pink or hashtag RR orange. Still waiting on those hashtag RR Nor or hashtag RR Bisto.
It is Bisto, like, it has to be Bisto.
No, it's not. Dave.
Gavin's those guys. So Dave has tweeted saying that looked like a definite handball from Harps there, and Gavin's just responded with a picture of a tumbleweed. It's just fantastic.
Oh, Gav.
Nobody's listening to you. Anyway, it's on to Massey, back into Richard Towell. Richard Towell now has it again. Gives it on to Poynton. Poynton now gives it back to Sean Gannon.
How long is left in the game?
Gannon
3 minutes.
Back to Brian Gartland. Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah.
My mother just asked me for a link for this.
Oh, well, that's a bit late.
Bit late, yeah.
Offside there for Dane Massey.
Better send that
The
to
man of the match tonight is Cork City, number 21, Stephen Beattie.
Deserved it.
So Beats getting man of the match here for Cork City.
Completely deserved it. Has to be on my best behaviour now.
Will you take over now?
Yeah, Mark McNulty will take this anyway. Yeah. Wait for McNulty to hit it long, which he does. Can he find Mark O'Sullivan? He does that too. And Gannon straight up to the sky, but Beattie will take the touch. Beattie. Or Beattie? Shepherd leaves it for Gaynor to take the throw in. Gaynor gives it to Shepherd, back to Gaynor. Gaynor slips, but still has it, gives it back to Shepherd. Shepherd hits it into the box. Billy Dennehy hits it on. Mark O'Sullivan, touch of maybe a penalty, but Mark O'Sullivan handled it as well. So, and Andy Boyle comes away with it. He gives it to Sean Maguire. But brilliant challenge by Dan Murray, and it goes out for a throw in to Dundalk. Just about, we'll say about 40 metres away out the halfway line. Yeah, 40 metres out the halfway line. Kev is finally admitted that I'm better than him, and he's stopped during the commentary. Sean Gannon will take this throw in.
If you do want to see it will be up on the 42.8, that's where the report will be, if you want to know.
Yeah.
Just in case. It'll be up on the whistle pretty much, so yeah, this is why I'm busy.
No, he's not. He's running about crying. Anyway, Python gives it to Darrell Horgan. A man who looks distinctly like Damien Duff. Horgan gives it to Richard Towell. Liam Miller tried to foul Towell, but foul Towell. 3 minutes of out of time, and Towell has it here now again, but it goes out for a. No, it doesn't. Apologies. Mike McSweeney has it here now anyway. McSweeney gives it to John O'Flynn. To Kevin O'Connor. Gives it to Ross Gaynor. Gaynor hits it long. Can he find Shepherd? Yeah, kind of. Dundalk come away with it though. Finn gives it to Darrell Horgan. And can he clip it in? No, he can't. Mark McNulty has it.
Official attendance tonight is 2,618. We'd like to thank you all for your support
here tonight.
As always, it's much appreciated.
Especially for a dead, well, what many people thought was a dead rubber. Ross Gaynor hits it long anyway. Looking for Mark O'Sullivan. He was being held back by Boyle, but O'Sullivan has it, and Dundalk managed to clear, but only as far as Cal Shepherd. Gives it to Kevin O'Connor. He looks like he's about to wind up for the shot. No, he doesn't. That was me making stuff up. He gives it to Dan Murray. And you can really feel the tension around Turner's Cross. Cut it with a butter knife, you could. John Dunleavy has it here now. Hits it long. Looking for Mark O'Sullivan. Can't find him, but Sean Gannon has it here now, and his attempted clearance is blocked by Cal Shepherd, and it'll go out to for a goal kick to the away side.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Mr. Gary Rogers, who's had a few clubs in the League of Ireland, will take. Rogers hits it long, and he finds his man, and he finds Finnan. Python. Liam Miller manages to clear it up. Andy Boyle hits it straight up into the Cork sky. Kieran Kilduff hits it on, and John Dunleavy has it here now. Dunleavy hits it long, looking for Billy Dennehy. Can he find him? It's between Billy Dennehy and Dane Massey, and a push in the back by Billy Dennehy, and it is a free out to Dundalk. Richie Towell has it here now. Gives it to Darrell Horgan, looking for Finn. Finds it, but he can only find John Dunleavy. Dunleavy finds John O'Flynn, does he? No, he finds Cal Shepherd, and he finds Liam Miller, who hits Shawnee Maguire straight in the gentleman's quarters. Cal Shepherd has it here now. Gives it to John Dunleavy. Kev's not watching, so that's where he left. John Dunleavy gives it to Liam Miller. Dan Murray looks for Cal Shepherd. Can he find him? No, he finds Dane Massey, and he finds Darrell Horgan just inside the Dundalk here now. John O'Flynn wins it back, gives it to Billy Dennehy. Dennehy says Mark O'Sullivan away. Can it be? Saved from Gary Rogers. What a great save from Gary Rogers. And there goes the full-time whistle 2-2 here in Turner's Cross this evening with literally the last kick of the game. Mark O'Sullivan could have won it for Cork City. And how about that? Yeah, that could have been Dundalk's second loss of the season. And welcome back, Kev.
Yeah, sorry. Brilliant. I'm just going to have a few kickers, but I have to get this in. But yeah, it just goes to show you that late chance will really give City an awful lot of hope ahead of the game in November. They went down early, they showed an awful lot of fight to come back. He almost had a chance of winning at the end. Some really good individual performances. Once again, these teams cancel each other out. A great game, fantastic for the fans here, and certainly it'll warm a lot of people's hearts on the Lee side here that wants sure to be an absolute cracking cup final on November the 8th.
That's Jerry Adams. No, it's not Jerry Adams. See the fellow I'm on about, the red pants. He looks exactly like Jerry Adams. Anyway, the team, this is of course Cork City's last home game of the season as the complimentary handshakes go on between the teams. John Lilywhites looks like he's getting, or John Caulfield looks like he's getting stuck in someone, but he's just pointing to say, tell the boys well done. Yeah, there will be a lap of honour because of course this is the last home game of the season as the fans will clap this side. And yeah.
How many weeks to the cup final?
2 and a bit.
2 and a bit. Okay.
Anyway, back to this. Cork City were very unlucky not to win it right at the death. But of course, you can't have it all our own way as the Dundalk fans are booed going out the tunnel by the Commandos. But who don't they boo? So it's Cork City players. Anyway, the Dundalk team are gone out to their own fans. Have they claimed the league title yet? Dundalk? Have they won the? Do they have the title in their grasp yet?
No, I don't think they have the title. They won't be picking up the trophy until next week, won't they?
I don't know, to be honest with you. Anyway, the team are walking around anyway, clapping people as they have been doing the whole time since I've been talking on my own. Yeah, don't know really what to say.
Sorry, yeah, the team are doing a lap of honour for the home fans. I'm trying to get this report in, so I'm a little bit useless. But yeah, City, it was certainly a very bright end on what has been a slightly difficult season for the home fans. Certainly the last month has been very difficult, but as we said, despite the fact that the Dundalk fans are singing Champions Ireland, City will certainly take a bit of a moral victory out of this game. Very good performance in the second half.
The real Champions of Ireland are who wins the cup.
So yeah, we will see who will win that. So the Commandos in full voice, the away fans in full voice after what has been a cracking game here. Perfect way to finish the season here at Turner's Cross. Don't forget, next week, that is not the end of Rebel Radio. We will be in Bowes next week at Lilywhites Park next Friday to see the end of City's league campaign, and also hopefully, we can't confirm for you because we won't get actual confirmation till the week, but we have put in media accreditation for the FAI Cup Final, and we hope to be there at the Aviva on November 8th. We have it under good authority that we have an excellent chance of getting it. So hopefully there'll be the three of us, me, Colm and Dave, in the Aviva to cheer City on to win what will be their 4th FAI Cup since their inception. So.
And yeah, as Dundalk walk down the tunnel here now, and I suppose that's kind of it really from ourselves.
Yeah, pretty much. Nothing else to say. Just for all you people who have listened in for the home games, thank you very much. As we said, this won't be the last game of the season, but thank you for anybody who won't be listening to us next week or the week after for different reasons. So thanks to everyone. But yeah, we'll hear both of us again. I'll be here next week, or won't be here. I'll be in Dynamo Park next week. And
I'll be there
Colm,
too, so
so Colm might join us, hopefully.
Anyway, if I don't, just come up and say hello. I'll be on my own. We'll get very lonely. Anyway,
so yeah, that's it. We hope you enjoyed the coverage of tonight's game. You can listen back on YouTube, obviously, again if you want to listen to the goals, and we'll be there next week against Bohemians. So from here for Turner's Cross for the final time in 2015, from Rebel Radio, it's goodbye from me, Kevin Galvin, and
goodbye from me, Colm Cuddihy.
Alright, au revoir.